August of 2021. He is capable, there is no question of it. Is today his day? It's his day. Ibrahim Al-Bawaliz, who is the umpire, and best of fortune to him as he discharges his duties and superintends this contest.
Hello. Hello. This time we have red and black. Red for you, one black. Red. Receive. What side you want?
Lin Winru winning the toss of the coin and electing to receive. My, what a fascinating contest this promises to be. It's wonderful to have your company wherever it is that you call home, whoever you're supporting, and for however long you've been watching these fabulous World Table Tennis Championships, the showpiece occasion in the sport. Alongside me, somebody who has done that which almost nobody will ever do, stand on an international podium and collect a medal for their country. Maria Tapsinos is with me. Well, Maria, you've turned up in time for a crackerjack of a match here, haven't you, in the commentary position?
I'm really looking forward to this one. I think both their open styles are so aggressive over the top of the table. I think we might need all 7 games here.
I think there are a lot of people who agree with you about that. As we look over the shoulder of Lin Winru at Wang CHUQIN, he is 25 years of age, world number 2. He has been the top player in the world, 11 years as a professional, with a mighty 12 singles titles on the professional tour. The first was the Swedish Open in 2019. He's won 3 champions titles, including Chongqing this year. That's his route through. It was all going very smoothly until the round of 16 when, wow, did he have a test against Simon Gauzy, brilliant French player. And this is what happened. It started with him losing the first 2 games. And then at match point, that's how much the comeback meant to Wang CHUQIN. 11-9, he lost the first 2 games, then took the third 11-2, then it was 11-9, 11-4, 11-8. I say, that is a fascinating fan vote. 46 to 54. You are pretty well split down the middle. And we're grateful to you for joining in. Thank you for participating in the fan vote and just for being part of these championships in whatever form you're able to. It is a privilege to have your company and to have the company of these 2 gentlemen as they prepare to entertain us, with the reward being a semi-final berth at the World Championships.
Love 1.
Interesting thing to ponder, Maria, with Lin Xidong having departed the competition. Do you think there's more pressure on Wang CHUQIN?
I think Wang CHUQIN will definitely know what this means for China and how important and vital it is that he can stay on top of his game and get through to the medal positions. Obviously, we've got Liang Jingkun as well, still representing China in the men's singles. He obviously knocked out Lin Xidong earlier today. But I think a little bit of added pressure there for Wang CHUQIN.
One wonders if it's possible to have a taxonomy of pressure that a top Chinese player feels. Is there really nuance to the pressure, or is there just pressure? And there's always pressure. Only they know, of course.
I think Wang CHUQIN has been in this position many a times. I think pressure won't faze him too much. He's used to performing spectacularly on these big stages.
Pretty fine start, this, from the number 13 seed Lin Winru. The young gentleman who at 23 is from Yilan County in the northwest of the region.
1-4.
Wang CHUQIN getting on the scoreboard there. We'll be happy with that, just taking Lin Winru right out wide to the forehand.
Oh, just clips the net.
4-2.
He's got an enormous fan base, hasn't he, that gentleman, Lin Winru? And what do you think are some of the many reasons for that?
He is an absolutely admirable person to watch. He's so calm, composed, he's got this demeanour about him. They don't call him the silent assassin for no reason there. And ultimately, he is an amazing table tennis player.
I know another gentleman who is a huge admirer of him is Gavin Maguire, who is down there on the competition floor right by the table. What's the atmosphere like down there at the moment, Gavin, and what are your thoughts?
Well, Ollie, can I please ask you, you're going to talk a bit louder because I can't hear anything down here on the floor. And to be honest, my biggest worry of the day is what happens if Lin Winru wins the first game here, because I think the Chinese fans are going to blow the roof off this arena.
The YouTube Music app can sense what you like from the moment you open the app. Try 1 month free.
And when I say what happens if Lin Winru wins, I mean they are going to get right behind their man. We saw it with Shasha earlier. When she lost the first game, it just exploded into life and they really helped carry her over the line.
That's a really interesting point. Sometimes a home favourite, and it is effectively a home away from home here for the Chinese players. A home favourite losing a game can lead the crowd to become a little muted. It's totally the reverse here.
Yeah, we've just seen there Wang CHUQIN come back down from that 4-0 deficit. He just stayed so close to the table there, taking the ball at the peak of the bounce. Didn't give Lin Winru any time to think.
5 on.
Lovely little bit of short play there by both players. Really getting close to the ball, head close to the ball, and to your wrist just coming underneath it ever so slightly, generating that extra backspin. I'm really getting a sense from Wang CHUQIN that he's really, really up for this. He's very vocal from the offset here. You saw against Simon Gauzy as well, that big celebration at the end. It really means a lot to him and he'll be looking to progress to the next round.
6 all.
He was tested hugely, wasn't he, by the French player, losing the first couple of games, both by the narrowest margin, 11-9.
Was fortunate enough to be sat courtside for that, and there were some unbelievable rallies that graced my eyes. Both players playing top level table tennis.
And we're getting some real quality here as it's 6 apiece in game number 1. Sometimes from almost the word go, a match gives you the feeling that we might be here for quite some time. I don't know if you're feeling as I am that it could be one of those ones.
Both players here playing exceptionally, and you can see Lin Winru just trying to get Wang CHUQIN slightly out of position there, and then dominate down the other side of the table as well, really using the width of the table.
Glorious, brilliant from so far back, Wang CHUQIN. Lin Winru is a player who thrives in putting people in awkward positions. Well, it seems here Wang CHUQIN thrives in being in an awkward position.
That was an absolutely splendid recovery from that original net ball that Wang CHUQIN received. And he really got himself back into position to fight for the point.
Lin
Winru stepping around that corner to Plays such a dominating forehand attack. He's a very aggressive player, loves a counter-attack.
I say,
7-9.
he's 2 points away from the opener.
Wow, what a strange shot there we saw from Lin Winru. He's just come around with the chop block, slightly out of position, but really gets underneath that, and you can see how much Wang CHUQIN has to get around that corner and really use his legs, and he straightened his arm there to play that shot ever so well with so much power.
Eight.
2 game points for the number 13 seed in this competition. Certainly some trepidation in the crowd.
Lin Winru just really using his legs. Change of pace there. Much softer ball, landing a bit shorter on the table. He's making Wang CHUQIN think about every shot he's going to play.
Listen, you could pay for a streaming app and a music app, or just get YouTube Premium.
10-9.
I felt there that Lin Winru had a plan, had an execution that he was going to use after his serve, but he just didn't follow through. He looked a little bit frustrated, as we know that his backhand flick is one of his specialties.
More frustrating now because 2 game points have been saved. Well done, Wang CHUQIN. The look in the eyes there as he took it to 10 apiece. This is the other gentleman who has the game point.
Lin Winru's coach there just jeering him on ever so slightly, saying it's all right, don't worry about it, don't think about those last few points. You've got service now.
Turnaround, 2 game points saved, the first one converted. That's why he is one of the finest in the world. That's why he's the number 2 seed in this competition. Wang CHUQIN off to a super start. And now it will be so interesting to see how Lin Winru responds, because that's a tough first game to lose. 12-10. In the first game of this quarter-final. Let's remind ourselves of how the draw is looking at large and these other blockbuster quarter-final matches. Will Mr. World Cup Ugo Calderano come into contact with another Chinese player and make life very difficult for them after Lin Shidong has gone out? Already things looking complicated for Team China. What about Togami and Morikawa? That's coming up next. That will be the next contest on this table, but we might be a way away from it happening. Very difficult when you lose a game like that at the start.
Lin Winru will be looking to take his time at that towel break and that pause between games. Just assess what happened towards the end of that last game and how he can stop Wang CHUQIN from
Second
coming
game,
back. But
LIN
in all
to
honesty,
serve.
I think it's a testament to
Love
Wang
all.
CHUQIN's mentality and his mental strength. In positions where he looks a little bit weaker, he's really coming out fighting and he's not giving it up.
He did a lot right, didn't he, in the opening game, Lin Winru?
He had a lot of opportunities there. He was serving well, he was getting behind the ball, he was really using all the angles he could for against Wang CHUQIN. But it just felt like Wang CHUQIN stepped up his level halfway through that game just to clinch it.
Love 2.
He'll be in no mood to have to make another comeback, Wang CHUQIN, after that meeting with Simon Gauzy.
What a lovely counter spin there by Lin Winru. So close to the table, you just think Wang CHUQIN's flying there. Plays it so well, but that short, sharp stroke by Lin Winru to take it even further wide.
Again, it's a game where Lin Winru has started positively and opened up an early advantage. And again, it's one where Wang CHUQIN has fought back quite quickly.
A lot of these opening exchanges in this game have looked this way. Both players looking to make their opponent move wide out forehand. It's quite interesting. It's not often we get two left-handed players on the table as well. Often it's a right-handed player versus a left-handed player. And it's a completely different game because they can use those angles a little bit more effectively, but here it's an even playing field. The agility on Wang CHUQIN to get around that corner, his footwork is impeccable. Just manages to get around and use all his body and his power. The leg strength he must have.
It's verging on the balletic, the way that he changes position with such grace. And as you say, the power that underpins that is remarkable.
3-all.
Now Wang CHUQIN evening the scoreline again. He had 4-0 in the first game, 3-0, and both times he's managed to even that out. I wonder if that will start to play in the head of Lin Winru.
We must remind ourselves that Wang CHUQIN, despite having 7 World Championship titles, hasn't yet taken the singles crown.
And he will definitely be looking to take that singles crown. It's the one that everyone wants.
He is the reigning Asian Games singles champion. That is a fiercely hard competition to win. But it's the World Championship title that he is craving more than anything. He's been the Youth Olympic champion as well. One big piece of the jigsaw missing, and it's in the centre. Yeah, great effort from Lin Winru.
What a lovely backhand he played, so far away from the table. You thought he was out of it, and there he just step and bang. And he gets himself right back into the point.
That changed the entire dynamic of the rally, didn't it? That one single shot.
He completely changed the pace of the game.
4-6.
Beautiful camera work to get to appreciate it actually from behind, looking over the shoulder. Oh, my word.
And that was risky by Lin Winru there. I think he knew that. He went hard at that shot. He kind of twizzled as well, his whole body around. Couldn't get back into position, and that was a nice solid block for Wang CHUQIN straight down the line.
Very nice. We've had balletic terminology, a little figure skating there.
A twizzle. I don't know where that came from in my repertoire. Is that a word, repertoire?
It certainly is. Sequential twizzles. Think about ice dancing. It's a compulsory requirement.
I think in table tennis, all the movements that you see these players do, they come from all different sports.
Flash, please.
Yes, flash photography. So important that the flashes are turned off on cameras in a sport like this. Nearly got him again, but he did eventually anyway.
And Wang CHUQIN just so careful with that block as well, you can see there. He's just holding Lin Winru to play another shot. And he's looking for that opening, looking for where he can get back in and dominate with that aggressive forehand.
Six, 8.
Again, Lin Winru finds himself in a position to strike and take control of the game.
Play.
And again, one imagines it won't be that simple. Not if Wang CHUQIN does what he did in the previous. Oh, that's world class again.
Wang CHUQIN is putting on a little exhibition for us there. A lovely, again, backhand control shot. He's not going for too much with that backhand. And then he just looks for that opening for his forehand. It'll be really interesting to see if he can turn this one around.
Oh, stop, stop, stop. This is too good.
And what we saw there was a completely different kind of point than we've been seeing. There, Wang CHUQIN, both legs off the ground as he's playing that heavy, heavy topspin. Ball bounced just that little bit shallower, and he really got behind it, and you can see just how much spin and rotation he put into that shot. It ultimately got him back into the point and leveled up the playing field.
It's a dreadful combination to have to face. His mental strength and his technical skill and his physical fitness. All a triangle that's proving too much at the moment for Lin Winru.
Time out.
Timeout has been called. Plenty of instruction given, plenty of animation, real energy in that timeout.
You See Lin Wenru really listening to his coach. It's moments like that. You need some instructions, need to refocus and to come back to the table. He had 8-6 and now he's down by 1, 9-8.
8-9.
It must be so hard to get that "here we go again" feeling out of your head. The game starts once again to be seized upon by Wang Chuqin. Oh dear.
Allegra is fast, non-drowsy allergy symptom relief that does not slow you down, so you can keep your day going. It's a no-brainer.
How does he do it? Produce that sort of quality just when it counts.
Look again how wide he's making Lin Wenru go. He's really making him stretch. You can see just how much it means to Wang Chuqin. Every point he's fighting.
2 game points. And if Lin Wenru thought the crowd was loud before, they'll be even louder if Wang Chuqin gets this next one. He has got it! Listen to that reaction. Look at that gentleman. 2 narrow games taken, and taken superbly by a pressure handler in Wang Chuqin. The score in game 1, 12-10. The score in game 2, 11-8. Gavin, what is the atmosphere like down there?
Well, Ollie, I warned you, you're going to need to talk to me louder because I still can't hear, and it's only getting louder down here. But we're seeing some amazing table tennis and the fans are loving it. This is some performance from Wang Chuqin. That's 2 games in a row he's been down, and he's just looking so strong and more motivated than I've ever seen him, battling from down. This match is as much a mental battle as it is a table tennis battle, and Wang Chuqin is showing us exactly why he's been a former world #1 and a great champion for the last number of years.
Maria, you were nodding your head enthusiastically at the suggestion that it's as much a mental battle as anything else.
Well, I think he's proven there, Wang Chuqin. First game, 10-8 down, brings it back 12-10. Next game, 8-6 down, goes to win it 11-8. You don't do that without some mental bravery and mental fortitude there.
Love all.
It's game number 3. He's got a big turnaround to effect. In terms of the scoreboard, it's been tight. There's been so little between them from a shot-making point of view. That has got to be the most agonising thing for Lin Wenru. He's played very, very well. He's got nothing to show for it.
Lin Wenru here is playing exceptional table tennis as well, and it's a credit to him, but Wang Chuqin just keeps upping his level every rally we see.
One on.
There we go, the signature Lin Wenru backhand flick. So effective.
Gavin's point was a most apposite one about how Wang Chuqin really looks invigorated. He looks ready for a contest. And one wonders, Maria, if those 2 games that he lost to Simon Gauzy actually might turn out to be quite useful.
I think during long tournaments like this, it's always great to have some sort of competition. You don't want to be going through to these later rounds without being challenged just that little bit. Kind of builds that drive and that desire inside you and lights a fire. And you know, when you lose a couple of games, you realise, I don't want to lose any more games. I want to come out and showcase the best I can do and really dominate. And I think that's what Wang Chuqin will be aiming to do.
Well, if that's his modus operandi, so far so good.
Again, another rally we're seeing where Lin Wenru is really not doing much wrong. He's keeping the ball on the table, he's making Wang CHUQIN move, he's trying to hit that crossover area. Wang CHUQIN saying, play another one, and I'll get you out of position.
Beautiful, steady, controlled. He's doing everything right.
Again, we can see Wang CHUQIN's absolute incredible footwork. He covers the table so well.
You are so right to guide us all towards that, because 12 of the last 16 points have gone his way. And we're focusing, obviously, on the beautiful shot making, but to just take time to watch what his feet are doing is so illuminating, because his movement is at the heart of it all, isn't it?
100%. His ability to work his way around the table so freely and look so elegant while he's doing it. But also, you know, he gets slightly out of position and he's still playing those really powerful, spinny shots. And he's managing to find the positions on them as well. It's not like he's just receiving them and getting them back and he's struggling. He's out of position and his footwork gets him right back into the game.
Five, 4.
Lin Wenru just trying to change it up ever so slightly, going for that long push out.
Canadian milk, cream, and cultures. Just 3 simple ingredients.
Just have a look at Wang CHUQIN's ability to move around the table there.
He's so light on his feet, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really on the balls of his toes.
Five, 6.
One thinks he's almost functioning in that sort of releve position that top rhythmic gymnasts function in. Enables him to spring from side to side as quickly as possible.
You know what I'm really loving about this game is that so often, you know, he's 2-0 up, he's in a comfortable position. He doesn't have to really be giving it all, but you can really see the fire and the drive. Look at that. He's going, come on, I've got this. He really, really wants it, and that's so great to see.
The way that he is playing, Lin Wenru, he'd be beating an enormous number of people right now. But he's not playing an enormous number of people. He's playing that extremely difficult gentleman, Wang CHUQIN.
Again, look how he opens his body out so that he can just make that parallel shot.
Six, 8.
A little bit something different from Lin Wenru there. We've seen him pushing out a little bit more, waiting to counter spin Wang CHUQIN's shots, and there he's just played a little short ball, mixing it up. He's got to find something different to do to narrow this scoreline.
6-9.
And it's proving very difficult to narrow it. Now we find ourselves really in a sort of mirror image situation now, because it's actually been Lin Wenru driving the momentum towards the end of each game. This is the first time that as we get close to the end of the game, it's Wang CHUQIN who's got the position of control. Will Lin Wenru fare better as the chaser?
9-7.
Manages to close down there. Wang Chuqin's forehand just takes him a little bit wider.
Check, please.
I think perhaps there was something wrong with that ball. Couldn't really hear what they were saying, but maybe it was wet or there was a little crack in it.
Beautiful shot.
9-8.
How interesting. Now he is eating away at the deficit.
Timeout.
I think it's always very interesting to see how the top players respond when they're a little bit down in those games. And understandably, Wang Chuqin has taken a timeout now. Momentum shifted to Lin Winru ever so slightly in his last 2 points and closing that gap. When it gets to the nail-biting end of games, really fine margins.
What an atmosphere, what a sound and what a standard. And what a point this is, post timeout at 9-8 in game number 3.
9-8.
I think this could be the most crucial point of the match.
And if it is to be, it's no surprise that he's won it, because he's handled all of the big moments impeccably.
Don't pop it, patch it. New Hero Rescue Balm for post-blemish moisturizing. Hero, patch, balm, repeat.
Two opportunities for a 3-love lead. Wang Chuqin. Did you doubt it for a moment? Would you have reason to? So composed is he, so in control is he, so authoritative is he, and so close to the semi-final is he. Wang Chuqin. He is playing as a prospective champion should play. 12-10, 11-8, 11-8. He's almost there. Almost in the last 4. Thank you so much for your company, all of you, wherever you're watching from.
Fourth game.
We're going to game number 4 at the Lusail Sports Arena, which feels like a home arena for him.
One love.
Lin Winru finding the elbow of Wang Chuqin there. Very great placement for him. He'll be needing to get Wang Chuqin out of position a little bit more if he is to come back in this match.
Love 2.
Lovely flat flick there from Wang Chuqin, just coming into the table. You see how they come in, come out again. He's back in with that flick. Such great shot decision making.
He looks 10 feet tall at the moment. And he's had his struggles. There's no doubt about that. When one considers the turbulence of the Olympiad and the aftermath of the exit to Truls Moregard in singles competition, who he might, by the way, face in the semi-final stage of this competition. Oh, what a beautiful angle from which to appreciate his construction of that point.
Look how he comes around that backhand flick there, forcing Lin Wenru out wide. Look at, he's basically on one leg playing that shot, and the quality that he produces. He just says, go over there, try and get that one back.
4-3.
Idea by Lin Wenru there. You could see what he was thinking and what his tactic was with that point. That first wide backhand and then taking him back, but execution wasn't there this time.
Oh, just
3-6.
What can you do?
Every point they played for the last 3 points, I thought it was over. But one of them just kept getting it back. And Lin Wenru there, there's not much you can do with that.
Look at the facial expression there of Lin Wenru after that one went by him. It's just the most frustrated of smiles. An almost begrudging acceptance that this is just one of those days. Have you had that feeling, Maria, as a player, where you're going, I'm giving everything, I'm playing as well as I can possibly play, and I just cannot do anything about this?
I think there are a lot of players that will make you feel that way when you step onto the court. You feel like you're in prime conditioning, you're there, you're ready, and everything you do, they have a response to it. And right now, Wang Chuqin has a response to pretty much everything that Lin Wenru is throwing his way.
Really important that he gets that one at the break. 6 apiece. Gavin Maguire down there, right by the table. Incredible noise, incredible energy. How is it?
The tension is palpable. This crowd just feeling now that Lin Wenru starting to mount a slight comeback in this game, and they've raised the noise levels up another gear again. But Ollie, this is a different machine. Wang Chuqin we're seeing now. There's nobody in the world we've ever seen do this to Lin Wenru. Absolutely insane stuff.
6-7.
And there was a perfect demonstration of it right after Gavin made his point. It's almost like Wang Chuqin heard it and went, what, you mean like this? Boom, there we go.
There is no stopping that. There's not much you can do about that. If you're Lin Wenru, there is not much you can do about that. He read that so well.
8-6.
One of the reasons that we haven't really dwelled upon questions like what does he need to do now and how does he turn it around is it's almost indecorous to pose a question like that when the reality is Wang Chuqin is in some of the best form you'll ever see anyone in at a table tennis table.
Lin Wenru again coming around with that backhand. We're saying Wang Chuqin is playing some of his top level, but you know, Lin Wenru is keeping him close. He's keeping a tight scoreline. See if he can grab a game.
Because if he can, then maybe the atmosphere changes and changes quickly. Because it can do in this fascinating, dynamic sport.
There we go again, another backhand flick by Lin Wenru. Such a signature shot for him. Fierce backhand-to-backhand exchange there. Wang Chuqin just getting the better of Lin Wenru.
Now this is a really key juncture, because for Lin Wenru, it is either going to be a game point opportunity or a match point that requires saving. Oh, there's your answer. It would have to be that way, wouldn't it? An almost ridiculous shot.
I'm actually speechless. I thought Lin Wenru had that point. But Wang Chuqin there, just so calmly, so confidently. And that is all it is about in table tennis, just staying there and putting that ball on the table.
He saves the match point. That is a phenomenal effort from Lin Wenru. Wang Chuqin knocks and knocks and knocks at the door.
Play.
Another.
11-10.
Has the time come to acknowledge that simply today was a day when nothing could be done?